point I was going to make before, mate, what I was really upset about was I went to, you know, one of these the Turkish barbers, but they're not Turkish. No, they're not Turkish. So anyway, I went to this Turkish barbers and got me haircut. Mate, what annoyed us first was the chuckers in the seat with some young kid, which I didn't mind. I always give people a chance, mate. You know, obviously, and getting our haircuts is a big thing these days because you want it done right, you know. And you sat there for like an hour and a half sometimes, which is a ball ache when you're busy. So this young kid gets in, mate, and I could tell between 4 strokes into his trimming skills.
4 strokes.
Mate, it was and I thought, he's not that good. I could tell even the way he's holding the clippers, you know. Mate, he just, and I thought, right, it's going to be a long time I'm sat here. And then mate, what I had to do was I had to take a picture of the side of my hair because I could still see that he hadn't blended it now and they didn't do the blend. So he hadn't blended the line, right? And I goes, oh mate, yeah, it just needs blending a bit more. So, oh yes. So then he cracks on, he starts to blend it again. And I was like, it's still there, mate, you know. And then I think one of the other guys, obviously the more experienced ones, was looking over a lot. He comes over to rescue, mate, we're 45 minutes deep here, I'm pissed off now because I want to be away, I'm busy here, it's Friday. So anyway, this kid comes over, saves him, and he sorted out, you know, another 25, 30 minutes later, by the way, so I'm now an hour and a half deep in this chair. But then, right, mate, obviously, how much, mate? It's cash only. I thought that anyway, so I goes outside, mate, walk down the street, go to the cash point, go back up, 35 quid. And I went, right, I've never paid 35 quid for me a cup before. That was it. And I was in there an hour and a half, so I'm busy now because I'm thinking, I've sat here now for an hour and a half on a Friday. You know, the haircut wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. It ended up being alright, but 35 quid, mate. Nah. And I was like, I thought, you know what it is, I'm to blame here. I went up, but only because, mate, again, right, convenience took over my little brain. On the Friday, it was small, my brain. And I went up, had to pick some glass up from the doors in the gym, another 80 quid. And then I thought, while I'm here, I'll just swing by. I park outside, perfect, bang, in, went in, and then that's what I got. I thought, but then, mate, right, that's what I said to you before. I don't know anybody who, family, friends, who I know of, who cuts it. I don't personally know anybody.
Yeah, totally different in the hair salon world.
Yeah,
but in the barber world.
For us men, like, I mean, like, mate, I don't know anybody, like, you know, Mike, Jason, Chad. Chad needs to be a barber. But mate, I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody I can go and get my hair cut off. Because I would love to support them. I would love to go and say, listen mate, there's me 30 quid or whatever he charges, because I would rather support them people. I really would, mate. Hand on heart, rather support them. But I'm like, I don't know any. So, you know, for me, that's where there isn't any other option.
So, yeah, I guess with that one, you were just probably rushing and you thought, right, this is it, I'm just going to have to get this done. Whereas, what we need to start doing then is checking ourselves and going, right, okay, who do I know? I know that's an extreme example with this, but in other areas, you're right, who do I know that can do this?
Yes.
Who do I know? I must know somebody that can do this, and then go and approach them to do the job versus someone absolutely
100%, man. I think that people just have a little bit more care in selecting who they're going to use to support, again, because again, going back to what we already said before, eventually, mate, if we're going the way we're going, like what we said when we opened the chat up, the country is totally fucked.
It is fucked. Yes. We know, that's why we're doing this.
Well, I mean, 100%. And I think we've picked it up pretty early. Not as early as some other...
No, because we haven't picked up as early as them, because we haven't got money invested in the fucking absolute stocks and shares, big game, where they're just moving money around and going, oh, hey, that's a ticking time bomb, Buddha there, into there.
Yeah, exactly, mate, exactly. So it's like, you know, we're getting this out there because we do hope other people look at it and go, right, I'm going to have to start acting on my own ways and beans, because I do want this to keep going, and you know, and going back to my Your Business Jack, which is, you know, we're helping support other people, but it is predominantly we're in here spending our time, mate, on a Tuesday afternoon to try and get our voices heard again, because we're not getting heard. And for people just to think, you know, it is like, I'm going to support the people that I know are behind that business, you know, and
don't begrudge them for that price.
No, that's what it is, mate. That's the biggest one.
Don't begrudge them for the price. Don't, because all it does is cause pricing to go to a race to the bottom. The quality of the work goes shopping, and then there's no fallback and no consequence. It's not great for anybody and everything, because then what happens when it's a race to the bottom in pricing, the big boys come in and they clear up. They go, right, he's ground each other down, he's now all selling up, or he's now giving up, and he's come work for us.
Yeah, well, exactly.
And he come work for us.
And then they just inflate their prices, and then
then these people will never get paid wages that they deserve. They'll never get the recognition that they deserve. And the big boy at the very, very top will take all the credit. But that's not a person, though. No. That's not a family.
No, of course not. No.
That's not a family going on holiday. That's not a family going on holiday that year. No. That's a massive fucking corporation.
Exactly. And that's
all that happened. But across the board, you screw the local small to medium-sized person down. They'll sell, whether it be a landlord, he might have 5 properties, that might be his pension. He might have grafted all his life, right, in a normal job, okay, which he's then paid tax on that income. He's then went and bought an alternative investment, which then with money that he's already paid tax on, which then the government deem, actually, well, he needs some money off that as well. Okay, right, so he pays his stamp duty, does all of these things, and he has 5 houses, right? And all that keeps happening is the tax crisis keep going. He just can't absorb this is just getting too much for him, okay? Then he can't sell my house, right? So a big housing association comes in, right, we'll take your 5 houses. So before you know it, these dominoes start to fall. Then who owns all the houses? It's housing associations, big ones, big ones. Not your local landlord that might have 5 or 6 houses as pension. And he was a joiner, or maybe he was a joiner himself, and he just comes and turns up and fixes your shower, or just does these things, okay? So then what are you going to do then when they all own the houses? He's now screwed, so he's not got a pension anymore. He's got nothing. And then these big housing associations have your property. Then what happens?
Well, Jack, on that point,
you're then out. You don't have a choice. And not having a choice is very dangerous.
Yes, Jack. So this is the whole point of what we're trying to see is everyone's got choice at the minute. Everybody thinks they're playing the game, right?
Yeah.
They're being played.
There's a freedom of the market.
Yeah, there's freedom. There's freedom of whatever. Freedom of speech, freedom of living, freedom. It's not even a thing anymore. We're getting told what we can't say, what we can't say. Now we're getting pushed on to how we have to live. Again, going back to what you just said before. Soon there won't be a choice because you're going to have to.
But I believe that this will happen quicker than what people imagine. I think people imagine this is a utopia. Oh, this will be 400, 500 years. No, even longer. 100 years. I think, before 500 years in the future, that this will happen rapidly, because if some big multi-corporation can diverse and make a profit and get their shareholders their money back, which is the ultimate elite, they'll go and do. Of course. Gyms is the prime example. Those multinationals, right? One gym doesn't pay for 2 gyms, which then pays for gym 3. They've had alternative investments from whatever industry you want to call it, and they've then took that profit and went, right, we'll put it in here as well, a bit safer, and we'll diversify our portfolio. Bang, boom. That's all that'll happen with houses. It's all that'll happen with gyms. It'll happen. Well, I'll tell you about the tyres. Well, Halfords thing. It's happening with tyres. Everything is slowly being transferred. It's a transfer of wealth. Yeah. Transfer of wealth from the small to middle class over to the absolute elite. And that probably started from COVID time. Was the biggest transfer of.
The time for them to make the move
for the biggest transfer of wealth. Energy is a prime example of why you don't have a choice. What would you do? You physically need to heat your home, right? Yes. It's just impossible, right? You need to heat your home at some point, and you also need to cook your food.
Yeah. So what do? Who do you complain to?
You can't. And who can you go to an alternative competitor? If you get poor customer service, what are you going to do? You're screwed.
Which again,
that's an extreme example.
It is.
But that will happen with your food. It's going to happen with the farmers. Yes. They're going to get screwed over, and then that's going to be a nightmare. And then big corporations again will come in and own the farmlands.
Exactly.
And then they're going to control price. And then they'll control what they're going to put into the animal.
Yeah, well, that's a cheap way. Then they'll profit on the product.
Well, if you want to go on holiday at the moment, you've got 2 main providers really. If you're two operators, you've got TUI or Jet2.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want a flight, you can have EasyJet, Ryanair. Really low, like short haul, like we're not talking about going to.
Well, there you go. Use Jet2, Ryanair, EasyJet. There you go. So there's not a massive. So, but them 3 obviously in connection will be like, we'll settle prices across the board.
Yes, they'll want to try and undercut someone somewhere somehow, but it won't happen very often. Half of the course you might pay 300 quid more with Jet2 one year, and then you might pay 300 quid less with TUI. They're thereabouts. You don't have a lot of competition.
No.
But if you wanted to do it yourself, and you go, I'm just going to book my flight, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort my accommodation out separately. The hotel have got the price through the roof. I can tell you a little bit about that, So what like a company will do, like TUI or Jet2, is they'll go to a hotel, we'll give you 1, 3 or 5 year deal, right? We'll pay you up front for 1,000 rooms. We're going to take your hotel for 5 years, right? Do you want paid a year, 3 or 5? 5, you think, COVID's just happened. Quids in, I need the cash now, I need to operate. But all they'll do is they'll say, well, just to let you know, that block over there that we haven't took, that can't be cheaper room rate than what ours is. So we wanted to price a holiday separately, so then I'm going to try and say around here, can't do it because it doesn't matter. They'll say, aha, right, you've not booked a holiday with us, you only want a flight, right, well, you're going to pay £300 per person for that flight.
Exactly. So the whole package holiday ends up being the same price.
So then you end up having to just book the package holiday. But that is a prime example of not having choice and not having control.
Which is what our point getting to is, Jack, let's fast forward 3 years, because I think it's like that sort of time. For me, mate, I think that'll be not far away from when, put it this way, mate, if I'm still in this situation in 3 years, I'll be looking at getting out. Definitely.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If things haven't got better, I'll be looking to sell an exit.
So there's mine and your gym gone.
Yeah.
I know there'll be a load of the gyms gone as well, because they won't be able to keep up with it. So then you've got, like you say, the no choice thing will be, well, I can't have fitness fraternity. I can't go to Bonnie because they're not there anymore. I'm going to have to go and join either Pure Gym or Everlast.
But don't think for a second, by the way, they're only cheap till we're gone. Or cheap's the wrong fucking word. They're only slightly cheaper until we're gone. Then they've got the monopoly. Is it a tour operator?
They'll see all the big dogs.
Think of the price of a holiday 5 years ago versus now.
Yes. Exactly. That's different level.
It's different.
It is.
You're all hopefully going on holiday this year, and everyone's known for like, Jesus Christ, to take my family of 4 away, it's going to cost me things. But it all comes back to lack of choice. You've got Sainsbury's now saying we'll price match Aldi on certain things and so on and so on. All that's going to happen is they'll just have a universal price.
Of course they do.
Well, I've got to wait.
Well, the thing is, on that one there, you can. I refuse to dot around these shops, right? I'm an Aldi shopper, mate. I like it. I think it's fine. It's cheap enough. There's some decent meat in that there. I'd love to shop at Marks and Spencer's. I think it's unbelievable when you go there. It's like being let out of. It's like being in a different world. Do you know what I mean? It's great because
great for a picky thing.
Lovely, mate. Lovely. You know what I mean? Like you say, your Christmas. I'll go over there for your Christmas now. But anyway. So mate, my point is, mate, you go in there, and like you say, that price match stuff. You might get a bagels for 90 pence, and Aldi will have Lidl will have them on for 80 pence. But then like the sauce at Aldi's 10 pence more than.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're
not stupid.
No,
they're very, very, very
clever in how they do it. Yes.
Yeah. So you got your dotting about saving 40 pence.
By the time you've done the petrol and got there and got there.
Exactly. So again, it's because they are, the point we're making is they are up there.
The control.
Top. Oh, of course, the controls, which again is making us believe we've got choice.
Yes. Or will I go to Aldi or Lidl or Sainsbury's? Well, eventually they're going to be the same. They're going to be really expensive. Well, they already are. The price of fruit and everything else is absolutely astronomical.
Yeah, it is. So mate, we've covered some really good stuff there. So let's wrap it up. Again, thank you to more than these guys. There was loads more. Which we wouldn't pick the 3 that we thought were more relatable to a variety of different people. But again, it just shows you that the importance of supporting these local people, and what you need to be doing moving forward with your choices, because remember, you've got choice at the minute.
Limited, but you've still got a choice.
Yes.
The conclusion has to be choose wisely.
Yes, choose wisely.
For the future, for the long term. Don't think short-sighted. I know it's difficult and it's easy to say, well, don't think about just that immediate future. But just for your children. And then this sounds mental, but this is going on video, this is going to be recorded. So if someone in 25 years' time is watching this, they're going, them two for
they knew
the future.
They knew what was coming.
But seriously, I'm serious. Who would have thought Woolworths would go out of fucking fashion, Toys R Us, all of these, you think Safeways, Bainbridge, it's John Lewis now, but Debenhams, I suppose, has that gone in there? It's gone into town, I think. But you think of a big business, right? Thomas Cook, the holiday provider, that went it. All of these things, nothing lasts forever, and eventually these big boys will just keep swarming. And your children will be waiting for them, and they'll not be very happy, because you think you're free, but you're not. And there's a saying, but you'll call as a conspiracy theorist, have nothing and be happy, or something like that. World Economic Forum.
Yes.
Have nothing and be happy, I think so. But that's how it'll end up, because once you're controlled, like we are quite difficult to control, ask our partners.
That's why we're here.
I'm at work all the time. But the future isn't great unless you assert some control. Stop being told what to do. Make a decision for yourself. Make a choice. Make a choice that's going to benefit not just you, but the children and everyone else in the future. Honestly, I'm really serious here. I'm sound a lunatic. I promise you I am, but I'm not.
No, you're not, mate. You're not. It's just because you're passionate about what you're saying. So, like, obviously, what we've summed up is the fact that we want you to, really think about the choices you do have now before you don't have any choices at all. So on that, Jack, we'll wrap this one up, mate.
Pleasure.
Again, good one. We'll get back next week. We'll think of another topic. If you've got any ideas of anything you want us to discuss, we're happy to talk about anything you want, anything at all goes on this channel, and we'll catch up soon.